Hey everyone, hope you're all well. Given the current state of the world, I figured it was acceptable that I film this in my Batman dressing gown. I am Batman. Also, comment below, what do you think's the best or the worst font? I was fiddling with an art project I was working on recently, and kind of thought that it'd be great if the text was kind of my own handwriting, so it still had like a hand-drawn kind of effect to it. The problem is that when you're doing that on like individual drawings, if you kind of muck it up, the whole thing's a little messy. I didn't want to use just a standard font because it would take away from that hand-drawn kind of aspect. And then it dawned on me, how do I make my own font? And I thought quite a few people could have a lot of fun with this. Like if you're a parent and you want to, time capsule your child's handwriting, for example, it is the school holidays. Or if you were one of those people in primary school, when there were school projects and everyone had like their person they went to for like the really cool heading. My thing was bubble writing. There'd probably be some open source programs or like online services, but it'd be one of those ones where you have to make an account and then they spam you, and then at the very end of the process they like ask for a subscription fee or your credit card details. So I looked into it and I found one that works and is reasonable, so you don't have to. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button below, join the party. I used the process I'm about to take you through to design my first font, which I used for my art project I mentioned. This is it here. And I'm cheekily using it to let you know that even though I'm going to refer you to a website, this video is not an ad, and it was not sponsored. This is just what I found was user-friendly and worked really well, is genuinely free, so I wanted to share it. The website I found is just called Calligraphr, but without the E, which you can find quite easily just doing a basic Google search. If I go through how to do this a little bit quicker than you'd like, don't worry because the website does have tutorials and frequently asked questions. And although they ask you to make an account using an email address, they won't spam you and they don't charge you anything. You just click on templates to design a template, which you're going to later print out and then draw your font onto. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of already done ones for you that you can select. There are quite a few different options and you can combine them or individually select things to add or remove from your template. When that's done, you download your template, print it and fill it out. Your template can have up to 72 different characters on it, including mathematical characters. Yay! Then you just need to take a picture of it. You then upload that picture under the My Font section in Upload Template. I recommend checking the Automatically Clean Up Templates button. The only downside of having a free account on this website is that you can only really work on one font at a time. You could always fill out more than one template for your font, select Create Variants, and then choose which version of each character you want to work with. If you've already downloaded and installed your previous font, then just override it. Then if you'd like to, you can go into each individual character, make it bigger or smaller, and make sure it lines up with the rest of your font. Then if your font needs a lot of cleaning up, which mine really did, then you can do that manually using your choice of different sized and shaped brushes. And more importantly, the eraser. You'd think selecting the rubbish bin would delete everything, but actually no, you need to select it to be able to use the eraser. You can then zoom in and out on your character to get as much or as little detail as you'd like. And remember, unless you're printing really large text, you don't have to worry that much about the fine details being perfect. That being said, this process does take a bit of time, so maybe chuck on some good music or a podcast, and remember that your efforts will be awesomely rewarded with your own font. Once you're happy with it, click Build Font. I called mine Bubbles for obvious reasons. The website will give you a final quick preview of your font, and then you download the font files, which will probably end up in your download folder unless you specify elsewhere. Then it's just a simple matter of finding the files you just downloaded, right-clicking them, and selecting Install. Most guides tell you to restart your computer first, so you probably should, but I just went straight into Word, found my font. My inner primary school child is way too excited about this. She would probably feel as though she's won the internet, even though being the 90s, she doesn't really understand what that means. Also, please remember to like this video if you liked it, or if you didn't, then, well, constructive criticism would be ideal, but just press the dislike button, that's okay. Doesn't really matter. It's all audience engagement. Until next time, ASMR Batman says stay awesome.